Mindset versus results. Do you know how your mindset affects the results that you see? Stay tuned to find out. Honey,
Yes.
how does our mindset affect the results that we see?
It depends. It depends on the mindset that we have, right?
Uh-huh.
Well, it could slow things down or it could speed it up.
Okay.
It's all based on how we look at things, I guess, and how open we are to certain things.
All right. Since we are talking mainly about the spiritual work, how does our mindset affect the spiritual work that's done for us?
Oh, for One Night Division?
Yes.
All right. Let me modify that because I don't think we should just talk about the spiritual work.
Mm-hmm.
I think we should also talk about just what someone experiences in his or her daily life. Because, for example, if someone is decreeing,
Mm-hmm.
right, and they have a protection decree, for example, but they, from the background that they came, they feel that they have a better way of protecting themselves. Depending on the person, they might not put the effort into the protection decree or say the protection decree the way it's supposed to be said. It should be said a certain way, correct?
Right.
So what kind of protection will they generate for themselves as far as the frequency of the protection? If they're not putting in the proper effort or not saying it properly.
Well,
Okay.
because I know that all the decrees are guided by the Ascended Masters to be given to each individual, I would think that if they're not implementing it and really putting the effort into it, that they really won't have a very strong protection.
Right?
Especially if they're just going back to what they used to do.
So then,
Not that it didn't work, but you're given a specific decree by an Ascended Master for a reason.
so now here we go. They're riding their bicycle, they hit a bump and the bicycle flips and they get hurt.
Now they'll say, oh, it didn't work. I wasn't protected.
Exactly. So when that happens, what do? They start to find another way now of protecting themselves. And they go back to what they believed worked for them.
Which may
Whatever
not
that
have
was.
worked.
Well, think about it.
They
If
came
have
to us for help.
Exactly.
So obviously to me it may not have been working.
Otherwise, why keep searching?
Right.
But people don't think about that. People always feel good about returning to what made them feel comfortable. So
Got it.
all of a sudden, they read a story in a Facebook group that someone's been using the protection decree, and when they walk outside, they feel so safe. You know, and now they feel that nobody can bother with them, and it doesn't matter what anybody says or does, they're not moved. Then they're thinking, wait a minute, that's not the experience I had. How comes that doesn't happen with me?
So they start comparing, which also will affect the outcome of what takes place.
How will it affect it?
Well, instead of just saying, well, let me implement this and really do this the right way, they're saying, well, it worked for them, but it doesn't work for me, so there must be something wrong.
And something wrong with them, right?
Right.
So of course then, the results that they get, the positive results, will slow down, and they'll get more negative results. Why is that?
Because
You think?
they have more of a negative mindset, it's not going to work.
Well, and if you have a negative mindset, what do you create?
Well, negative attracts negative and
Exactly.
non-beneficial, so that's what you're creating.
Okay, you have
And
negative
pulling towards
frequencies. So now, your frequencies are already low. What happens then?
Well, then you become more susceptible to having attachments, possessions, or accidents,
Yeah,
or any kinds of things that take
So
place.
all of a sudden now what happens? You find yourself angry, you find yourself feeling depressed,
Frustrated.
not feeling well,
Right.
right? All of a sudden you're sick all the time, or all these things happen. And it's all because of, it starts from one simple thing. As far as you're concerned, what you had was better than what you're given now, because what you're given now doesn't work. And from there it just went downhill. And that's how easily somebody can look at what 190 vision gives them and says it doesn't work. And wonder why it seems like their life is worse now than before they met 190 vision, while other people, they're enjoying improvements.
Now, we do have individuals who believe in the work that 190 Vision does. They've been given decrees, whether or not they say them, I don't know. But then they constantly report how their life is just always so miserable. Even though they've been given the tools, they say, well, I've been doing this, I've been following that. So what's the difference there?
Well, think about this, and we don't have too many individuals like that.
Right.
But
It's
we
not
do
many.
have, so I'm glad you brought that up, because we don't want everybody to think that every person that comes to 190 Vision has all this wonderful experience right away, right?
Right. No, it takes time.
For some
For some.
people, right? What I've seen with many individuals, well, the individuals like that, it goes back to emotional instability. You know, where the person emotionally is off and on. And that could be because of fear. You know, there are many things that they're afraid of. So then, and of course, if you're afraid of something, the moment something happens, you get stressed out, right?
Right.
Because you're afraid of, okay, what's going to happen? You're imagining the worst thing possible
Uh-huh.
that could happen, even though we know that that's just in their imagination more than likely.
Right.
But at that time, because they're so used to doing that, imagining the worst, that to them is normal. But when you start to imagine the worst, of course you stress your body. You stress your body, the frequency lowers, you have attachments or possessions, and there you go again. You don't
Getting
feel
health
well.
issues.
Exactly. Right? You have headaches, you're wondering why your eyes are blurry, your vision is blurry. Just all these health issues come up. You know, you wonder why, I don't know, maybe you can't stand up straight. Who knows, right? But whatever it is, it affects people in different ways. I'm just making things up, was I?
Right. I know.
It's not that, I'm not saying anybody experiences those things, but it's all because the person has allowed him or herself to be affected in a negative way by something they're experiencing. Okay, so that's what I call emotional instability. It doesn't mean, now that doesn't mean that there's something wrong with the person, as in they've lost their mind or they have to go to some institution. That's not what I mean by it. I just mean that instability, what I mean by instability is that they're not balanced. As Buddha would say, we have to know how to control our emotions, where we're not too happy, we're not too sad, you know, right there in the middle way, right? So that's what I mean by that. So when that happens, then these individuals always find a way to just get themselves to be depressed somehow, or to be in a negative space. No matter what they experience, they'll find something negative in it. And because of that, even though they're saying the decrees, because remember, everything we do is co-creation. So one moment you're inviting Saint Germain by saying what? Beloved, my beloved mighty and presence, beloved Saint Germain, you take command of this entire situation, right? I shall not be moved. And what that means is, yes, this looks like a challenge to me, but I know it's not, so I hand it over to you, Saint Germain. You take care of it. I'm not even going to bother with it anymore. I'm not going to think about it because I know you have it under control. So they say that, and the next moment, what are they thinking?
They're going to the doctor.
Exactly, right?
To go have the doctor diagnose them and give them pills or something.
Got it?
Right.
So it's like, oh no, I could be dying. Oh, what if this or what if that? But they just made that statement though.
Right.
So you can see the contradiction. And so because of that, the progress is slower.
It totally nulls anything that the decree would have done.
Now that same person might say, well, so what's wrong with me? Why do I keep doing that? There's nothing wrong with you. It's just a journey. As you keep saying the violet flame decree, that's the one, the violet flame decree, it keeps getting rid of all that negative energy and frequency that's been causing that to happen.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and so you just have to keep saying it. How long will it take before you see that that's gone? I don't know, because it's different for each person. Your karma is different than somebody else's. It might be more, it might be less. It doesn't make you a bad person compared to the other person. It just means you have more to balance. So be patient and just keep going at it.
Right.
I
Just
know that it
consciously work at it.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
So I hope that answers that question about
Yes.
that type of individual.
Yes.
Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Any other type?
Let's see, mindset versus results. What else comes to mind?
Well, we have individuals, for example, that are, let's say, and I always bring up relationships because that's a big one.
Yes, a lot of people come
Exactly.
in regard to
Everyone,
relationships.
right. And it could be, like I said, a married couple, it could be parents and kids,
Mhm.
siblings, right?
Right.
Business
Associates.
right? Anyway, but even with that, if someone feels that the relationship is not good, then all of a sudden it's somebody's fault. And that's the challenge with that one, right? So we do work on that. We always tell them we're doing work on that situation. You just keep doing what you do. But then they'll say things, I'm tired of this, I want to get out of this.
Right.
You know?
I want to leave the situation.
Exactly. So if they're in business together, no, I don't want to do business with this person anymore. I'm out. You know, I just want to get out of this business. If it's a job, then they want to leave the job. They want to leave the job right away. They don't have time for it. And so even though we're doing work from here to help resolve that relationship, in their minds, all they want to do is to leave the relationship.
Right.
So how does that resolve the situation? What if that's not the best solution based on their karmic record?
Well, then they're creating more negativity for themselves.
And then they're wondering why the work that we're doing is not working. So what they'll say is, what you guys do doesn't work. I want to see results. Well, you are seeing results, except they're the results that you want to see. Which
They're
is
not the
you want to
results
get
you
out.
want to see, right?
No, that's the one they want to see.
They want to see the leaving, but the work that's being done is working on the relationship.
Right.
And we don't know if the best thing is for them to leave. So they want the results that they want, not.
No, what they're
What's
saying is
coming?
it's not working because they're saying, they're telling us in the physical that they want that to work out,
Okay.
right? But we're telling them we're working on it. And whatever their definition of working out is not happening the way they expect it to.
Got
Whatever
it.
that is. I don't know what
Got
it
it.
is. But if they're saying that they're tired of being there, they want to leave, I would think that their definition is, so then why haven't I left? I thought you guys were going to help me to leave. But that's not what we do. We don't help you to leave.
We just
Yes.
help to make sure that the karma is balanced. And
Well, whatever is the greatest good for everybody
everyone
involved.
involved.
Whatever that is, and we don't know what that is, that might mean that you're not supposed to leave. And that's where things get confusing for some people. Because in their minds, no, this is the best for me. I know this is the best for me because this is causing me too much stress. And if I leave here, I won't be stressed anymore. So that's what they believe. So it doesn't matter what we do from here. It doesn't work because they're still there. And that's why they think that they're not enjoying improvements from One Night Vision. It goes back to the mindset. Anything
Okay.
else?
Not that I can think of at the moment.
All right. So we hope that this has helped a little bit. So the bottom line is that whatever you want to accomplish, make sure that it's for the highest good of everybody involved. Not only that, but if you're going to invite the Ascended Masters to help you, then let it go, like the movie, right? Let it go. Just let it go. Let them help you. We're not saying you should just sit and do nothing. That's not how it
Right.
works. But they'll be there to help you. If you keep fighting, then the results are slower because what you're doing is contrary to what is supposed to be done to help everybody. Not just you, but everybody. So that's what we have to say.
Okay, we'll see you in the next video.
Remember to subscribe and like this video. Join the Facebook group 190 Vision to connect with others on the same journey. Get help by visiting our website 190vision.com. Support the 190 Vision mission by clicking on the donate button, which is at the bottom of each page of our website.